Have you got a carpet or maybe a piece of furniture covering a stain? You know what I'm talking about. We have them in our house. Maybe you just can't seem to get that grout white anymore. We've got some meticulous solutions that you don't want to miss.
Plus, ever heard of registering with an interior designer? Why, it could make perfect sense. You plan the wedding and let them help you decorate your first home.
Anchors away, I'm in a cardboard boat in Oxford. Let's hope this thing keeps me afloat. I'll tell you why I'm in it, coming up.
And we're in the kitchen today talking shrimp, the perfect summer salad and recipes with international flair that you can make right here with local ingredients. Delmarva Live starts right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Lisa Bryant.
I am Jimmy Hoppa, and thank you for joining us for Delmarva Live from historic Studio D.
And we would love to welcome our studio audience today. Give a round of applause. They're coming in to not only watch the show, but cool off.
Say cool. Who'd have thought we'd be a cooling station right here,
Yeah,
huh?
we're a cooling station right here in historic Studio D. Of course, we have a Beat the Peak in place until 7 p.m. If you're not familiar with Beat the Peak, it's just a time when you're asked to just kind of cut back on your electricity use because we don't want to strain the system.
Yeah, if it overloads, they start doing the rolling blackouts thing. Yeah, not fun.
Yeah, and if you want to find out if there is a cooling station in your area, we have that information on delmarvalife.com. But just remember, Delaware Electric Cooperative has issued a Beat the Peak alert.
And now that it's getting hot again, I almost hate to bring this up, but just as kind of a little bit of warning, you know, that means fish kills again.
Oh.
The algae blooms in the rivers. In fact, I think over at Cecil County, they've already had one earlier this year that killed a couple of dogs, and it's toxic enough it can make people sick.
Really?
So, and even worse than that is if that wasn't enough, with all this heat, the Good Humor Company says there's actually going to be a shortage of the classic toasted almond bar, candy center crunch, and the chocolate Eclair bars. And do you know why? It's because it's okay. I'll try. Oh.
It's okay, Jimmy.
They're shutting down the Hagerstown plant.
It's okay.
They're moving it someplace else. No, this is outrageous. There's no reason for this.
You're going through the steps of grief. You know, you're sad, you're mad. It's okay. It'll come back.
It's better. That's all I got to say.
Well, let's just talk about some good news, and that's how we start our hot topics today.
Let's do that.
It's going to be okay, Jimmy.
Right.
Well, she just finished her freshman year in high school, and Salisbury's Alice Truth may be going to the Olympics to compete. The 15-year-old James M. Bennett sophomore-to-be competes next week for a spot on the U.S. Olympic team.
Wow.
Yeah,
I've got to say congratulations to her. That is awesome. 15.
Article today in the Daily Times, she said, it has made me realize that I can't accomplish all that I want to. Her swim coach says she doesn't think Alice has even reached her potential yet.
Wow.
So that's good news.
Terrific. Congratulations. And just remember, the kids can do it.
Yes, they can.
They can do it. Don't ever think
work
that you
hard.
can't. I want to give a real quick congratulations, by the way, this afternoon to Sister Jeanette Murray. She is retiring as executive director after 50 years at the Benedictine School in Ridgely. Co-founded the school in 1959 and over the years has nurtured at least 1,000 students.
Wow.
So thank you so much for your service. Wonderful coming in.
You know, we have a couple bridges to get onto Delmarva and get off of Delmarva if we wish. Just a couple.
Just a couple, yeah.
Yeah, because there's a senator in Sussex County, I read this in the Cape Gazette this morning, who is proposing to build yet another Bay Bridge tunnel. Senator George Bunting, who, by the way, this is his last term because he's retiring, wants state officials to investigate the feasibility of building that Bay Bridge tunnel between Sussex County and New Jersey, basically under
like an
the Delaware Bay.
To the ferry.
Right? Yeah, just like we have going from Eastern Shore of Virginia to,
across the Chesapeake there.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Something like that. So he is, always asking us for a feasibility study. So we thought we would put it out to Facebook and see what folks think about this proposal, and we got some answers. Angela says a lot of work needs to be done on the roads from the ferry to Route 1. There are already ridiculous amounts of traffic backed up at the light at Kings Highway and Route 1. If they can devise a better traffic system and make transportation less expensive than the ferry, I'm all for it.
So Angela's for it. Okay, well, Elena says as bad as the budget is right now with teachers being laid off and other important positions suffering, a multi-billion-dollar tunnel bridge may not be the way to go. Less expensive road expansions may be a better way to spend the taxpayer money.
Yeah, very interesting. And I think, you know, the funding issue isn't even, they're not even talking that yet. I mean, there was even a mention of private funding.
Right.
And of course, you know, there would be a toll.
Feasibility, right?
Yeah, right now they're just talking about a feasibility,
well,
but pretty interesting. I imagine it would take a lot to get another Bay Bridge tunnel on Delmarva.
If it were to really happen, which would you take? Would you take the Bay Bridge tunnel to New Jersey?
If I were going to New Jersey, I guess.
Would you really? I'd take the ferry just because I like the ride.
Oh, okay.
What do I know? Some good news this morning. The Delaware firefighters that were supposed to ship out this morning to go help the Colorado firefighters there with the wildfire, they don't have to go. They told them to stand down, don't worry about it. Now, something in addition to this, I found this fascinating. Firefighting aircraft there have been temporarily grounded after reports of meteor sightings. Meteors are the ones that, meteorites burn up in the air. Meteors actually make it to the ground.
Okay.
There was one guy said he thought he saw one fall in a forest. There was a flight crew that said they saw something, and not knowing what it was, they landed and stayed there.
Did they suspect that one of those could have started the fire to begin with?
I don't know. You would think we'd hear about meteors hitting the ground in Colorado, but...
You would think. That's pretty interesting. Praying for those folks out there in Colorado.
Yeah,
hey, last week when you were on vacation, Brian filled in, and we were talking about Cambridge. They had their primary last Tuesday, I believe, one day last week.
Right.
And the initial results before the absentee ballots made it an election between a former mayor and the current mayor.
Right,
It was going to be C.L. Ripkins against Victoria Jackson Stanley, who's the current mayor. They counted absentee ballots. That changed by one vote. It revealed that Cambridge Police Detective John Foster had more votes than Ribbons. Just one more. So that took Ribbons, who is a former mayor, out of the mix. Well, now C.L. Rippins is asking for a recount. And I can't say that I blame him.
Well, no, not with one vote.
One vote. So, you know, a little bit of politics. We don't like to touch on it too much, but that's really interesting.
That really made it interesting. Yeah, in a hurry it did. One vote. I want to say congratulations to Harrison House in Georgetown. They've got a grand opening for a brand new rehabilitation center in Sussex County. It's part of Harrison Senior Living, which, by the way, one of our Delmarva Life experts. And always a great thing when there's a new business that opens up. As a matter of fact, here, I think they're having the ribbon cutting in, what, about 45 minutes?
Yeah, about 5 o'clock, I believe. Yeah.
So
good stuff happening there. The Kent County Delaware SPCA has told the county that they've got to take the dogs back that the shelter has taken care of for the last 2 years. Yeah.
Well, here's the deal. What happened was they asked the county for more money. It was like 45% more because the expense of taking care of the animals, of course, has grown like everything else. And they 45% more money, and commissioner said no. So they, at the SPCA, said, okay, then you've got to take these dogs back that we've been taking care of for the last 2 years by July 1st. So it's like, you know what, you either do this or this is what's going to happen.
The commissioners take the dogs.
I guess so.
You show up at their house. Here's yours, and here's yours.
We've got 30 or 40 to put in the backyard. Hope you don't mind. But yeah, that's...
I hope they work that out.
That's playing hardball.
That is.
And you have to.
Yeah.
Pretty tough.
Yeah.
Talking about dogs?
Yeah.
You know who Poison singer, the reality
Bret Michaels.
Yeah.
Who doesn't know?
Who doesn't know Bret
You know who Bret Michaels is?
You guys know who Bret Michaels is? Everybody knows who Bret Michaels is.
I think we might even have a fan in the audience. Every rose.
There he is.
That's what they sang, right? Every rose has its thorn.
Well, he's got a new dog collection out. How about this? It's the new Michaels Pets Rock collection, designed to bring out the inner rock star in your dog.
Oh, I knew there was a inner rock star in my dog.
I want to see a dog with a do-rag. Oh, look at this, got a guitar. I want to see a dog with a do-rag. That's what I want.
You want to see a dog with a do-rag?
I want a doggy do-rag.
With like some hair hanging down?
See? See? You know exactly where I'm going.
I didn't say it was fake hair.
It's just...
That's what...
Hair.
Hair. Yeah. It's just hair.
And while we're on the dog theme...
Yeah?
You know what tomorrow is?
I do. I'm so excited.
Are you gonna?
Well, I'm gonna ask permission first.
Oh, no. It's much easier to ask forgiveness than permission. Tomorrow is Take Your Dog to Work Day, started in 1999 to celebrate the great companions that dogs make and encourage their adoption from, of course, humane societies all over the country, animal shelters as well. It culminates with this entire week has been Take Your Pet to Work
Right.
week.
I could have brought the goldfish and the rabbit.
I've got something I'm going to bring tomorrow. So can't wait to see you here for tomorrow's show to find out what it is. By the way, while Fido's at the office with you, take a picture. You can submit it to TakeYourDog.com's photo contest. Now get this, the winner gets $500 cash and a donation to an animal shelter of their choice.
So, wait, back up.
So I'm probably not going to bring the dogs tomorrow. I don't know if,
But,
I mean, they're a lot of fun, they're great.
we can bring a pet to
Well,
work.
you can bring a pet because this entire week is Bring Your Pet to Work week. Now, since I can't bring the dogs, and I know the cat couldn't stand it, we have another Annie, our producer's in my ear saying,
you definitely
no,
want
you
to
need
watch
to be here tomorrow. It's going to be a great show.
I
It's
got
gonna
a
be
couple other
wonderful.
pets too, so maybe I'll have to
see,
bring one of those in as well.
One of the best things to do.
All right, up next, tomorrow's going to be fun. Up next on Delmarva Life, say goodbye to stains, whether it's gum, pet stains, coffee, whatever that has your carpet looking sloppy. Tips on how to make it look new again.
And a little bit later on, there is so much you can do with shrimp. You can steam it, you can grill it, you can fry it in the kitchen with another idea even yet. It's like something many of you have never even imagined, I'll bet.
And Brian, there he is, making a splash in Oxford on this steamy summer day. Brian, what's going on?
Well, Lisa and Jimmy, when you think of a boat out on the water, you don't necessarily think of a boat made of cardboard. Well, that's exactly what's going to be going on this weekend in Oxford for the annual cardboard boat races. When we come back, we're going to tell you all about it and how you can get in on the fun. A boat made of cardboard. Who would have thought? Stay with us. We'll be right back. You're watching Delmarva Life.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future, and Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897.